So the big question is this: how do you lose all the weight that you want and actually keep it off for the rest of your life, while trying to make sense of all the noise that comes from the weight loss industry? That is the question. And this podcast will give you the answers.
G'day guys, and welcome to the next episode of the Weight Loss Secrets podcast. My name's Baron Grant and I'm really excited to be able to chat with you today and give away some more tips and tricks and things that might help you on your weight loss journey to lose all the weight you want and keep it off for the rest of your life, because we don't want fancy stuff, revolutionary stuff, pills and potions that are going to really not make any difference at all. We want long-term sustainable change. That's what this podcast is all about. That's what my business is all about. That's what I'm all about, to help people make that change and keep it off for the rest of their lives. Now, I'm not going to hold back today because I'm fired up. I'm fired up about weight loss pills. All right, and I'm talking prescription weight loss pills. Now, you can go and get some other garbage weight loss pills, or you can get garbage prescription weight loss pills. Told you I wasn't going to hold back, right? So today I want to talk about one in particular because it drives me absolutely crazy. It drives me crazy that people take it, but it drives me more crazy that it's ever prescribed to anybody. And that is Duromine. Duromine is a weight loss drug that you can get on prescription from your doctor. Now, some of you listening to this may have tried Duromine in the past, maybe on it right now, maybe have used it at some stage, but I want to talk about the side effects of Duromine so that you have a bit more of an idea about what it does. So I think sometimes when we go to the doctors, not all the side effects are spoken about. They say, hey, this thing might help. Doesn't really help, but this thing might help. And then you might feel this or you might feel that, and that's the end of the story. But I want to treat today a little bit like an American advert on the drugs that they sell. So we watch some American shows, and I love their adverts about particular drugs. We don't seem to do it so much in Australia, where they advertise a particular drug and then say, go and ask your doctor about how this drug can help you in your life. But all of the drugs that they advertise on these American TV shows, as ads in between the episodes, they all say things like, when you take this drug for whatever liver disease you've got or kidney disease or whatever it is, some side effects include, and they list off the side effects, and they say you might do this, you might have depression, you might have constipation, you might have diarrhea, you might have all of these things, and then they finish off by saying, and you might die. Almost every one of these adverts that they do, they say this amazing drug is going to change your life, and if you take it, you might die. And so I'm always very wary of putting drugs into our body unnecessarily. Because a lot of the time we don't need it, and medicine that we should take really is food, and getting the right food, and that'll change a lot of stuff in our bodies. But today's Duromine, right? Let's just talk about Duromine for just a second. Now, Duromine is an appetite suppressant drug, and it has an active ingredient of a substance called phentermine, right? So phentermine is like an amphetamine. That's how it operates. That's how it's built. And what it does is to stimulate the central nervous system. It increases your heart rate, it increases your blood pressure, and in turn decreases your appetite. Now, I find this so fascinating. So what we're doing is going to the doctor, and they're going, and you say, doctor, excuse me, I'm struggling with my weight. Can you help me? Yeah, absolutely. Here's a drug that's going to help you. I'm not saying that doctors do this quite so flippantly, but some may. Here's a drug that might help you. Now, normally, and if you read from drugs.com/phentermine, you can actually read this line, and I want to read it to you. It says phentermine, my apologies, is used together with diet and exercise to treat obesity, especially in people with risk factors such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or diabetes. So it's there to treat people with high blood pressure. And the thing that it does, the active ingredient, what that active ingredient does is increase blood pressure to somebody who already has high blood pressure. So you're a candidate to have this if you're obese and you have high blood pressure. And what we're going to do, we're going to give you a drug that's going to increase your blood pressure. Sounds genius, right? Absolutely genius. So we do that we're not going to, in most cases, and the hundreds and hundreds of women I've spoken to have taken this drug, in most cases, they're never given any further advice on food or dietary things or anything like that from the doctor. They go, this might help you, good luck. But I want to go through some of the side effects that come from having Duromine or phentermine. I think that's how you pronounce it, phentermine, which is the active ingredient in Duromine. So here are some of the side effects. And you should call your doctor at once if you have these side effects. And I'll read these from the list. Shortness of breath, even with mild effort. Chest pain, feeling like you might pass out. Swelling in your ankles and feet. Pounding heartbeats or fluttering in your chest. Tremors, feeling restless. Trouble sleeping. Unusual changes to your mood and behaviour. And one that I read, it speaks about feelings of extreme happiness followed by feelings of extreme sadness. So it doesn't even know what side effects it's going to get. It's going to get a bit of everything. Increased blood pressure. It's exactly what it's supposed to do to help you not feel hungry. Severe headache, blurred vision, pounding in your neck and ears, anxiety, nosebleed. And that's some of the side effects. The common side effects include itching, dizziness, headache, dry mouth, unpleasant taste, diarrhea, constipation, stomach pain, or increased or decreased interest in sex. So that's what you've got to look forward to if you want to go down the path of taking Duromine. And it literally blows my mind, right? And it blows my mind because I want to tell you some of the side effects of not having Duromine and actually just eating healthy. Okay, some of those side effects are decreased heart rate when you eat healthy and drink healthy, decreased blood pressure, decreased sugar levels, decreased chances of a stroke or a heart attack, being able to breathe better, move better, less aches and pains. All of this stuff is a result of eating good. Taking Duromine to lose weight, there's a very good chance you're going to get some, if not many, of those side effects that I just outlined, taking a drug to fix an eating problem. It's crazy in my mind, and so that's why I'm a bit fired up about it today. But I want to tell you a quick story, because sometimes we want to look at these drugs and we think there's some miracle cure, right? We think there's some crazy fix. I mean, I saw they're talking about taking diabetes drugs now on Channel 7. I wouldn't learn much from Channel 7 anyway. Channel 7 on the morning show or whatever it was, they're talking about how amazing this diabetes drug is now to fix people's weight. Why are we looking for drugs? There was a lady who was on my program, Jamie, and she's a ripper. She said to me on the phone, we spoke, and when we spoke on the phone, she was pretty much, she'd had enough of this whole weight loss journey that she was on when we first spoke on the phone. And she said, Baron, I'm currently taking Duromine. And I said, how much weight have you lost on that? She said, I've been on it 3 months and I've lost 3 kilos. And I said, look, I'm telling you right now, if you do what I tell you to do, you will lose more weight than that in the first week. And I don't think I'm even reaching. And she's like, oh, what an absolute load of crap, Baron. I've tried everything I've tried. She goes, but we continued on the discussion. I said, you've got to trust something or someone. You've got to trust me and you've got to trust the process. And she goes, you know what, Baron? I'll do it, but I'll break your program. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break your program. I had a bit of a chuckle and a bit of a laugh. But then you can watch a video on my website, but she tells her story after 3 months of taking this drug, which speeds up your body like amphetamine. Jamie instead started to eat right. She ate right, she drank lots of water, and she weighed herself after the first week. And she tells the story on the video. She said, I weighed myself 17 times because she'd lost 5 kilos. And I was like, how classic is that? So in a week. And so I look at it and I go, look, taking drugs is not going to help you lose weight long term. And in most cases, it's not going to help you lose weight short term. It's a lazy approach by medical practitioners to provide it. I'm going to get shot here because you can't talk about doctors like that, Baron. Who do you think you are? But this sort of stuff, providing this to people is a disgrace, frankly. It even says on there, you can't have this stuff when you're pregnant. Well, of course you can't, because it is a terrible, terrible drug. And that is going to do horrible things to your baby if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding. So if it's not good enough to give to our baby, why on earth would we give it to ourselves to try and lose weight? We don't need to. You can lose weight faster eating the right foods and making good changes to your food and exercise and water intake. You'll lose faster than any of this nonsense, frankly. So, Duromine, that's the side effects. If you want to have those side effects and not lose too much weight, that's the one to go for. But if you want to lose weight and you want to keep it off for the rest of your life, that's not the way to go. Look at what you're eating. Eat clean, move, and understand that there's no miracle. There's no revolutionary product coming to save the day. We have to make the effort. We have to make the change. But you can do it. You're in total control of it and you have the ability to make those changes. I know that you can. Good luck with it. Can't wait to chat with you tomorrow.